You are now listening to the Girl Organize That Life podcast. Coach L3.
Hi, welcome to the Girl Organize That Life podcast, where I am your host, Leslie Latimore-Lorfils, affectionately known as Coach L3. As a mother of 12, who has also served as a senior military officer for nearly 3 decades alongside my husband, I can certainly understand and appreciate who I call the 3C sisters: crazy, chaos, and confusion. If you are an executive level mom, mompreneur, or lady leader who perhaps still struggles with burnout, you have come to the right place where you can receive strategies and tips on how to pivot with poise and conquer the noise. I invite you to take this journey with us to increase your clarity, your confidence, and to conquer the overwhelm. Hope to see you there.
Coach L3.
Hey girl, hey, welcome to the next episode of the Girl Organize That Life podcast, where we empower executive level moms, mompreneurs, and lady leaders to be their best. Listen, this is the special episode where we have an awesome guest in the midst of us who is someone else like myself with multiple children. She has 8 for great. I'm telling you, we have Miss Kalecia Dowell Simmons with us. She is the GOAT. She is amazing. But listen, outside of being a mom of 8 wonderful children, she is married to a soldier in the Army, an officer in the Army. That's a job all by itself. We have so much in common. So I'm just so excited to have her here with us. But she can talk to us about parenting, travel, Black family finance, family farming, early childhood education, corporate diversity and inclusion, restaurant ownership, and career advancement. But I also just learned that she is a documentary type journalist. She expressed that she likes to be in the boat with the fishermen. She wants to be where the people are and really get in to the lives of other people. So that was just a fun fact that I learned about her. But I'm so excited to have you, Kalecia, here on the podcast. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today, we're going to talk about self-care, and you are like the perfect person to do that. So we're just going to let you talk, and anything that I left out in the introduction, feel free to add. And I would love to know, and please share with the audience, how do you maintain self-care and do all of those things that we just mentioned? Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you for having me. Let me say all of my gratitude thoughts. Listen, having 8 children is one task, but I have a 2-year-old who's doing potty training and letter recognition, all the way to an 18-year-old who's home for the summer from his first year in college. So I've got all the ages under one roof for this summer. If there is anything I need more than anything else, it's self-care. I knew this was going to be my life for 2024. So last year, I really just intentionally thought of ways that I could schedule intentional time for myself that had absolutely nothing to do with anybody else. I had to prioritize myself. I had to make myself first on my checklist. I've got a huge checklist behind me. You can't see it right now, but I've got a huge checklist of all the people that I have to think of. I'm thinking for 10 people at a time, every day, all day long, to include myself, right? So if I put myself up there at the top, which I know a lot of women have a hard time doing when they're married and they have children, because mom guilt kicks in, wife guilt kicks in. You start thinking, oh gosh, if I don't step it up, my husband's gonna be upset with me, or may even possibly, disregard my relationship. So we've got a lot of things that we're juggling as women, and I dedicated the time to myself. Starting last year in November, I decided to take a 4 to 7 day week off, completely. I'm leaving, I'm catching a flight. I'll see y'all when I get back. Don't call my phone. And I had to do that mainly because I am a homeschool mom. So I'm teaching my children all day long. So not only do I have them, during the workday when most moms and women are at work, I have them then during the school time and the nighttime at 24 hours a day. I have them. So I told my husband last year for Christmas, I told him, I said, you know what? I need some days off built into our calendar, because if this were a real job, if I were a kindergarten teacher, or if I were a college guidance counselor, or if I were the middle school gym coach, because I hold all those positions in my household, I would at least get like a weekend or something to go to Jamaica with my friends. You know,
Right.
like ideally I should be able to have this. And fortunately, I have the most amazing husband on earth. And he said, hey, babe, I think that's a great idea. So this year in January, I went to Phoenix. I climbed a mountain. I went to the spa. And I mean, some of the stuff that I'm doing, I'm talking about, I took an Uber and got to the mall. I got my feet done by the Chinese lady. And I'm in Phoenix though. My phone's not ringing for fruit snacks. And my
Uh-huh.
husband's not asking me, hey, where's the lighter for the grill? Right? No, I'm not here. I'm not here. So Phoenix was January. February, I went to Florida. I spent some time with my best friend. She lives on a golf course. I don't live on a golf course yet,
Yeah.
but my best friend
Yes.
does.
I love
So,
that.
so do you know what? I'm gonna take some time. I'm gonna go stay at her house. It's free accommodations. I'm gonna go swim in the pool. I'm gonna meet some people. I'm gonna go take golf lessons. I took 4 days. We saw some basketball games. And ideally for me, I do the things I enjoy that I enjoyed before I was a mom, that
Mhm.
I enjoyed before I was a wife. Those are the things that I spend quality time doing for myself.
That is so rich.
Thank you.
Couple of words I heard you say. The biggest word I heard you say, intentionality.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
were
yeah.
very deliberate. First of all, you decided, or let's back that up. You recognize
Mhm.
that, hey, I have a deficit.
Yeah,
And you decided, I need to do something
yeah,
about the deficit. Created your time block or whatever that was you were going to do, and you took action. And I
yeah,
love how you said, we have to get rid of that mommy guilt, that wifey guilt that creeps up. So to your point, first, like, how long have you been married and all that with kids? Like, how long did it take you to get to that point where you're okay with, I'm going to pause on being a wife and a mom,
right.
and I'm going to focus here on me?
Yeah. I would say I've been married for, where are we at now? 13 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I got married while I was in the Army.
Mm-hmm.
So, my lifestyle was very different. The Army owned my
Thank you
schedule,
for
and
your
I
service as well.
thank you. So I wasn't accustomed to actually being in charge of my own time, right? At getting married initially. It was after I got out of the Army and after I went back to school. I had my fifth baby. Her name is Reagan. She's 9 years old now. And after that birth, I started to realize I had to drive myself to the hospital that day.
Wow.
I had to pack my bag and make sure I was good. He was deployed. It was all me. And I realized during that time, I am literally my foundation
Mm,
getting going for myself. Like at
mm,
the end of the day, like I love my husband and I'm so glad that I have his support, but it's not always guaranteed and neither is anyone else's. So I had to really take it upon myself to learn how to make money entrepreneurially, learn how to create schedules, learn how to listen to my body health wise. And luckily after Reagan was born, we moved to Europe. So I had a much better environment.
mhm.
I don't know if you guys have lived in Europe, but if you got some time, take a couple weeks and go
I
there.
have not, and I intend on showing my children that after we retire.
Yes, this is
Um,
something that I suggest anyone do. Go experience one of the European countries like the Netherlands, or Denmark or Sweden. Like go experience one of those countries where people are living and working happens to happen. They are actually enjoying their life. They're grocery shopping, fresh fruits and vegetables. They're riding their bikes. They're mentally healthy. And I lived that lifestyle for 3 years and then got back to the USA. And I was like, okay,
wow.
now I see why a lot of women in our culture don't get to have this because society doesn't give us permission.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Permission.
yeah, so ultimately, I realized I had to give myself permission.
Mm-hmm.
I had to own my own time. I had to take my life into my, like, as far as my time schedule in my own hands. and just create excellence with that. So every month I'm either somewhere at a spa, at a ball game, on a trip. I'm staying in a hotel once a month. I need somebody else to make up this bed, not me.
Yes, someone else to do it. Can we say outsource?
Yes.
Did you just see Angel Reese recently?
Girl.
Do I have that right?
Yes. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
She said she's at ball games, right? Y'all heard that.
I just I want to encourage women and I want to empower them to believe they can do this, because I'm displaying every moment of my lifestyle on social media. So you guys can see, literally, you will not say, I never told y'all. I gave y'all the keys. Every single step I'm doing is intentionally focusing on my own version of success.
Mm-hmm.
And there is no way to do that without taking care of me first.
Right.
There's no way. I'm not going to be here to hold down the legacy if I'm not healthy, if I'm not paying attention to my health, my body, my mindset, if I'm not aware of my surroundings. I think a lot of the times we forget that our environment can impact our emotions. And if we don't have the right friends,
oh, come on,
colleagues, mentors,
yes.
if we're not in an environment where we can either learn or grow, then we're wasting time. We're wasting
time that we cannot get back.
Exactly.
And not to dampen the mood, but to give real fresh perspective. Just last week, we got some sad news that a colleague of ours that's been around since I was a baby captain, which was many years ago, suddenly left us. No longer here. Left 3 daughters behind and a grandson.
Wow.
And I'm saying this because it's like work. And that's great. You're passionate about your job. You want to do those things.
Right.
But I don't believe she took enough time just to center and to just be.
Yeah.
And give herself permission to do just that. So I definitely, appreciate you being so transparent and saying these things and saying, women, you can do it. I'm encouraging you. I implore you, and to recognize that spending time out of country to come back. So I wonder, what message can we get out here to our country? Hey, listen, we got to slow this train down.
Yeah. I think
if we're able to do that, we'll open up our capacity actually to do more.
I think that's kind of the thing that the trainer we're all trying to explain with entrepreneurship and encourage through entrepreneurship, is that this 9-to-5 rat race workaholic mindset. First of all, this next generation, I'm gonna tell you right now, they're not doing it.
They are not with it. No.
They're not. I can tell you right now, my first kid is a college kid, the first one, and he's not doing it.
We have them. Yeah.
I go all the way. The 2-year-old that I have right now is a post-COVID baby. This kid is not working 9 to 5. I already know it.
Yeah.
So we've really got, either one thing is going to happen. We are able to create an environment for our legacy to thrive without that lifestyle, or the system better get ready, because these kids are coming.
They are coming, and
they're coming, and they know how to get money. They know how to get money without jobs. They really are doing the things they love. They are standing for the things they believe in.
Yes, they are.
I'm just here to be the mom.
Probably should take notes. My 16-year-old, oh yeah, mom, I'm getting ready to start my second business.
Exactly.
I didn't have to chase her down and beat her down.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, you're absolutely right. They're on something completely different.
Yeah.
And honestly, I welcome it.
Yeah, me too.
How much longer will their lives be, and how much more fulfilling will their lives be?
Yeah.
So many of us, we've gotten to this age and we look back and we're like, well, gosh, life has passed me by. People, they ask me all the time, and you probably get the same questions. Well, how do you find time to travel and do all the things with all the children? What do you mean?
Right.
I put it on my calendar. I make time. I plan. And I go. Yeah. And like you said, I will see you when I get back.
Yeah.
All will be well in the world without me for a little bit. It's important. It's important. Wow. Oh my gosh, this is so rich. So what would you say to that mom that struggles with that mommy guilt?
This is a lesson I didn't realize. I didn't relinquish mommy guilt until my first kid was a teenager. And I want to say like 11 or 12. And I think the reason why is because we're not consciously aware of how much they don't care. Like, and I hate to be brutally honest, but the toddler age and the kindergarten and early elementary age, they love us for our quality time. But once they start to hit that puberty,
Oh yeah,
it's almost like it's like magnet forces in the house. Then you realize, oh, I'm raising a person that's going to be not me, and they're going to be them. And I have to be able to navigate parenting them. And a part of that is don't forget who I am.
Right.
Don't forget me. Don't forget I'm a mom. So I can't neglect myself and feel guilty and take care of you and teach you the right thing to do. Right. Neither of those can operate in the same sector. So you either have to plow through the guilt with, this is teaching my child to take care of themselves and prioritize themselves. Because at the end of the day, I'm a homeschool mom. Everything I do is a lesson. Every single thing. I wake up in the morning, that's life lessons. Like I teach them to make their bed. That's, self-care lessons. I'm teaching them every single thing, even with my example. So if my example isn't, I love me. Mommy needs time. I need to take care of mommy. Mommy needs to go. Mommy needs a break. And then they kind of respect it once they kind of get used to it. I think at this point, if I grab my keys and go with my passport, my kids will be like, all right, when you coming back?
Right.
All of them, they are used to it. They get it. They know I need the time. When I come back, I'm refreshed. I'm excited to get to work. We go straight to the pool. We're going skating. We're going bowling because I got time off. Yeah. So I don't feel guilty anymore. First of all, because I've raised you, I created you, I had you, you eating good, you living good. So I don't feel guilty for taking care of me so that I can bless you.
So good. Mic drop. I love that. I love that. And for you ladies that's listening under the sounds of our voices, I hope you heard what she said. By her being able to spend more time with herself, she came back recharged, refreshed, rejuvenated, revived, and ready to get to the next with her children. And have trained her children. Okay, mommy's about to go and recharge. Yeah. So now it's a rhythm. It's expected. They know. And probably now, if you don't do it, they're probably going to look at you like, mom, it's about that time, right? Yeah.
I think too, for all of the military followers that we have, I think about this as like a left seat, right seat. Every time I get ready to go, me and my husband, we do a left seat, right seat. I don't just hop up and run off. That's another thing that I think brings on guilt is all of the things that you're responsible for as a mother. You know them, and maybe your partner or the babysitter might not know all of them. But what I've done is systematically created checklists and chore charts and bedtimes. I have plans. I actually have plans for my children every single day. And I'm not guilty about letting someone else cover the plans.
Right.
Like, why do I feel bad? Daddy can do that. Right. He can make sure the chores get done, the kids get bathed, the dinner is on the table, and everybody go to bed. He can do that. So if you have a babysitter or grandma or someone, they would even appreciate it, I imagine, if you were able to give them, all right, this is my little, I'm going out of town for the week. Here's my list. They like these snacks. These are the times they normally want to go to bed or watch a show. These are the things I don't approve of. And this is my little packet. And I just give it to you every time, as you're getting used to staying with my kids more often. My husband's amazing. So I can say I'm very lucky in that sense that I don't have to work too hard. I try to listen. It's so funny. I've been changing our diet in the house, and I took cheese and dairy out of the house. And my husband's go-to when I'm gone is a taco night. He loves a taco night. So then I'm thinking, oh God, they're going to do taco night. And lo and behold, here he comes with this big old bag of cheese. Big old bag of cheese. But I mean, listen, the job was 90% excellent.
Right.
What am I tripping about?
Right.
Cheese?
Right.
Like, what am I really tripping about? And I got a break. The kids got a break from me, because then who wants to be with mommy all the time when she's stressed out? Like, give her some time off. It's just a win-win, I think.
That is so good. And in that, I heard another message. We have to get rid of that disease of perfectionism. It
Yeah.
may be done your way, but it's getting done, right? Done beats
Over it.
perfect.
I'm
Oh,
over it. I'm over it. I'm going to show you this.
it's so freeing.
I don't know if you have seen this book, but this is the book, one of the books I got like 5 books up here right now. One of the books I'm reading, it's called Buy Back Your Time.
Oh, yes. I am listening to it on audio. Oh,
Okay, so this book has
awesome.
it has actually taught me how to utilize my family in the tasks that are going on. And I don't have to have all the things on my plate, which also gives me more time and freedom and flexibility and mind space. And next, once I get this contract I'm getting ready to get, I am hiring a nanny, because I need somebody to go to the playground while I'm doing multiplication flashcards.
Yes. Yes. And actually, I think it was because of you I started listening to that.
Oh, the Buy Back Your Time? I know.
Yes. I don't know if you sent it to me on message or I saw it on, I don't know.
I'm telling everybody.
It's amazing.
It's good.
It's very good. That one, and Everyone Should Be a Millionaire by Rachel Rogers, I think her name.
Yeah, you sent me that one.
So good.
Dark in here.
But yes, I mean, this is so good. And this is exactly what women need. They need that sense of just allow yourself to be free, give yourself the permission, lose the guilt. Because if something happens to you as a result of trying to do all of the things, what did you really accomplish anyway?
Let me show you my other book that I got up here. Okay. Listen, we're at the desk now.
I'm dead. Now what? I'm dead. Now what?
I'm dead. Now what? I'm dead.
Now what?
Now what?
Yes. I have that too, sitting at my desk in the office.
Listen, y'all not gonna blame nothing on me. I'm prepared.
What you say? What you say? Listen. Oh my God.
I'm prepared. Like, I need these kids and my husband to really know, like, we're building something that's bigger than me.
Yeah.
And bigger than y'all. Everybody lock in. Everybody lock in. And if mommy can't take the time that she needs and I don't get the relaxation, I'm gonna be gone.
That's it. Period, point blank.
I want to dance at everybody's wedding. I want to be at all the baby showers.
Yes.
Like, I want to go to all the teas and all of that. I want to be at everything.
And not only that, look good when you're doing it.
That part.
Not run down and beat down like life is just getting you over. This is so good. This is so good. Yeah. And I had another question. I think it was in reference to, we talked about mommy guilt. We talked about, oh gosh, I just totally lost my thought. It'll come to me.
Okay.
But as I think of that question, if there was nothing else that someone heard tonight in terms of what that means for self-care, and I'm not talking about, oh, do self-care because it's cliche. No.
Right.
What are the implications outside of, we talked about possible death because it is serious, but in terms of just having healthy relationships with your children, your spouse, the people that you deal with, because now you are centered and you're more pleasant to be around. What are other implications that they could think about, if nothing else?
I need everyone, and I'll say this because I'm a very spiritual minded being. And I have consciously challenged myself to fulfill my purpose. And a lot of people are like, oh, what is my purpose? I don't know my purpose. Well, if you said, what are the implications? If you pay very close attention, and I saw a guru say this in an interview the other day with Mike Tyson. If you pay very close attention, you cannot change anyone else on earth 100%. Mm-hmm. You cannot fix anyone else on earth 100%. Go Google the YouTube video. It's Mike Tyson and a guru. It's a great video. If that is what the universe and God are showing me, like, this is what I can see in my environment, I can't fix anyone else. my purpose has to be myself. If my purpose, consciously, I'm woke, right? Everybody's woke. If my purpose is myself, I'm number one for me. I gotta take care of me. Even when I try to take care of my 18-year-old son, he gonna do what he wanna do.
At the end, team.
My 2-year-old toddler won't go to the potty to save my life, and I done potty train everybody else's kids, so I know what I'm doing. But he's gonna do what he wants to do. And when he's ready, he'll be ready and he'll do it. But the only thing I know that shows me that my purpose is for me to grow me, take care of me, be the best to me, is that I can't do that for anyone else until I do it for myself.
So good. So good. Oh man, this made my day. I'm gonna go back and think like, let's see, what am I lacking here?
Listen, make a list. Make a list. Like my vision board, it's mobile. I move it around. It can be every which way I want it to be. I have this, and it's behind my desk sometimes, and it's on my dresser sometimes. But I keep looking at all the pictures on there, and I think to myself, I'm not that far off. I'm almost there. Let's go. Let's go. You know, give yourself something to go for you.
Yeah.
Do something like build a part of your legacy, especially if you're married. Like my husband is an alpha. He is a king. I want to bring something to the table too. I'm trying to be up there with him. Like, look what I did too. You know, like our legacy could be so much bigger if we are both able. And like I said, I'm blessed. I have an amazing spouse. I think that if you have a challenge with that, sit down and watch this interview. Bring them on to the show. Watch some of these stuff here. Like just have it playing in the background, sis, so he can hear it.
Right.
And just to hear other women expressing things that are mandatory for success as a mom and a wife. And
listen, ladybugs that's listening, between the two of us, there are 20 children.
Okay, come on now.
I want you to hear.
We got school.
Women that have served in the military with their spouses, and there are 20 children. And we're saying that because we want to rid all excuses.
Yeah, yeah.
And what's the definition of excuse? A tool of incompetence which builds a monument of nothing. Those who so often specialize in them so seldom amount to anything. We have to rid ourselves of the excuses.
Yeah.
And figure out how can we get to yes. Instead of, oh, I don't know, I can't do that. Because we're so fast to say, oh, I can't do that. Oh, I'm not ready. Oh, I'm not this. How do we get to the yes?
Yeah.
And that's being intentional. That's recognizing your deficit, choosing to put in an action step, and then doing the thing. And not only that, I also heard a message as you were talking, manifestation, i.e. your vision board. It's just like the word says, write the vision and make it plain. Put it in front of you.
Yeah.
So you can see it and achieve it. See it, believe it, achieve it, right? Wow, this was so good. So Kalecia, thank you so much for coming.
Yay.
So I believe that anybody that hears this, they're going to get extreme value. And that's what we're here to do at Girl Organize That Life, is to have people to come on and really just drop some gems and some nuggets. And you might drop a few times tonight. So thank you. So if somebody want to go deeper with you and they want to work with you and just get to be in your space, how do they do that? How do they connect?
Yay. Okay. So I am currently available on thegoatbusiness.com. That's my website. My husband and I run The GOAT Business. We are actually launching a mentorship and business program July 1st. So I'm excited that this is going to air because this is going to be before we launch it. So y'all can get ready and tell everybody about the GOAT Business. What we are doing is making ourselves accessible to people with LLCs and small Black-owned, minority-owned, military-owned businesses. We want to be an asset. We both are finance, military professionals. So we've got the finance aspect, and then we both are degree holding professionals. So we've done just a little bit about everything. So thegoatbusiness.com is our website. And then you can also find me on Facebook, Kalecia Simmons, Instagram, Kalecia Simmons, and TikTok is Kalecia's Life.
And let me tell y'all, her content is so juicy. It's
Thank
so inviting, and you want, it's like you just want, what is she getting ready to do?
show. It's a show.
What is she getting ready to embark on next? I just love watching her. I'm so glad she was able to come. And for those of you all that are listening, please subscribe, leave us a review, tell us how you like this show. And if you would like to work deeper with Girl Organize That Life, you can go to girlorganizethatlife.com and find us on all the socials as well at Girl Organize That Life. And remember, as you're going on about your endeavors, remember you can pivot with poise despite the noise. Meanwhile, bye-bye for now, and we'll see you next week for our next
Coach
episode.
L3.
Thank you for joining.